Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Salvation Remake. In the last episode, we had Monica and Natsuki spend a cafe, I would say date, but I mean, you could say date. Date doesn't always mean, relationship stuff. I mean, that was a date. Yeah, they had a cafe date. They had some ice cream, and they shared some personal They shared some personal stories with each other, which was very nice. It was one of my favorite scenes so far. It was a very nice scene. And I think Monica's starting to open up a little bit more, because she's even saying, like, you know, what is this reality I found myself in? Like, she's starting to kind of understand that these girls aren't potentially as fake as she sees them as, you know? Things are starting to get a little more interesting. Yeah. Now it seems we're cutting back to with MC. I don't really care about him, so I'd like to, if you don't mind, we're just gonna skip everything, including MC. No. I don't care about his story, so we're going to just go to every Monica scene. I don't care about him. The weekend goes by with relative ease. Caught up on a few assignments, went on a movie date with Sayori, and generally had a pretty relaxing time. There's always that looming sense of doom whenever Monday comes along. Checked my grades online this morning, only to see that I'm starting to fail most of my classes now. Let out a sigh and lean against a nearby pole as I wait for Sayori. I'm not sure if this whole thing has been good for me. You think? Like, I was gonna let that line slide until I realized what he just said. You know, I don't think this has been good for me. This hasn't been good for anyone. I mean, I guess Sayori, I guess it's been good for her, considering the fact that she's been able to be honest for now, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's the first time I've been truly honest with myself about it. Grades have never been this bad. And blaming it on everything that's happened these last few weeks just sounds so incredibly selfish and crappy. What else could it be? It's your own grades. How would it be selfish? If Sayori found out. Good morning! Morning, Sayori. Sleep well? Yep, nothing beats a good night's rest. Yeah, you're right about that. Hey, you seem upset. Is anything wrong? Huh? I'm fine. I guess I'm just a bit tired, and my voice is cracking. You didn't stay up late playing video games again, did you? I wish I had that amount of free time. I was up doing a few homework assignments. A little bit stressful, but I got them all finished. Oh, good. Let's get going then. Okay, if I'm being honest, Sayori making sure everything was okay like that was cute? Adorable? Oh, bah, what am I even thinking? Check my head and awkwardly fix up my hair after doing so. Both readjust our bags and make our usual commute. Guess Sayori really knows me well. Add the fact I'm pretty stressed out right now. There isn't much I can do about it other than just trying to keep up with my assignments. Alright, so like if we think about it, right, like it technically is his fault. Alright, so like, right, we break it down, right? Because he's like, let me break it down and start dancing. So yeah, if we break this down, technically, right, Yuri told him, you know, he doesn't have to constantly be on Sayori's ass. So it's like, technically, him always focusing on Sayori and not on his schoolwork is also a little bit his fault. Like, I'm just saying. Like he's like, how would Sayori feel? But it's like, you know, it's kind of yours still, you know. It's still your responsibility. Like, what do you mean, how will Sayori feel? Break it down if you say so. No, chat, stop dancing. Morning classes go by quickly, which I definitely won't complain about. I walk into the cafeteria with Sayori and point out an empty table for us to sit at. What did you bring for lunch, Zero? Just some torikatsu. Nothing special. You know how to make torikatsu? Yeah? I thought you knew that already. There's still a lot I don't know about you, silly. Well, since my parents left for overseas jobs, they taught me many different recipes to make for myself. I'm basically the best chef you'll ever know. Don't tell Natsuki I said that. Well, I can be the judge of that. If you'd let me, of course. Sure, Sayori. Pull out my lunch bag and pull out my plate. Wait, I have to eat it up. I'll be right back. I get up and head towards a group of microwaves situated towards the back of the cafeteria. There isn't a long line or anything, but I still rush over in the hopes that nobody will walk in front of me. Ha! Beat ya! Jeez, Natsuki. You nearly made me drop my food. Quickly opens up one of the microwaves and places her bento box inside. Well, you know what they say. You snooze, you lose. Oh no! Whatever shall I do? I say this sarcastically as I open up the microwave right next to the other and place my food inside. My point still stands. I guess so. Sarah and I were sitting over at that table. You want to join us? Natsuki glances towards another part of the cafeteria for a short moment. Sure. It's better than what I was originally sitting at anyway. Not like I need to sit with you guys or anything. You guys just look like losers sitting alone like that. Not like it'll help your social status either. Give me a friendly shove before opening up the microwave and checking on her food. I follow suit and make sure my food is warmed all the way through before heading back to my table. Hey, Natsuki. Glad to see you again. What's up, Sayori? Natsuki grabs the nearest seat next to Sayori and sits herself down. How's your day going? It's as good as it possibly be, I think. As it can possibly be, I think. I'm not complaining either way. Glad to hear that. You seem to be in a good mood today as well. I guess I'm just a bit excited for today's club meeting. That's right. How did you hang out with Monika go? It went pretty good, I think. She's going to apologize to Yuri. At least I hope so. She's allowing me to talk about my manga in the club as well. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. That's great, Natsuki. I guess you managed to get through to her, huh? I mean, I sure hope so. Alright, actually, this is something I forgot to bring up. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter fully, but I don't know. I never actually, when I looked in the, looking at the base game, I never actually saw Monika. I always thought the joke with Natsuki's manga, right, was that nobody actually had a negative opinion on her manga, right? Like, I thought the joke was that she's so defensive that she basically is shouting at someone, shouting at an argument that nobody ever made. You know, like, cause she just randomly shouts, "Manga's literature," when no one said it wasn't. But I always thought that was the joke, that she's so defensive about it that she thinks that they think it's not literature. But no one even said it wasn't. Like, I thought that was always the type of joke with her. Though, the only character you could make an argument who probably thought it wasn't was Yuri. Just because I think when MC mentions that he reads manga, Yuri does go like, "Oh, I see." So, yeah, it was like, they were mostly teasing her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. I was like, they were mostly just kind of teased her about it, right? Like, they mostly teased Natsuki. So, yeah, I thought it's kind of a interesting choice when I see certain mods or something, like, have them outright be like, "Sorry, Natsuki, I just don't think manga's that good." Like, I'm like, I didn't think they'd be like this. Because as she points out, it kind of makes Monika hypocritical. Also, it doesn't make any sense because Monika allows her to keep her manga in the club room, but doesn't think manga's allowed to be discussed. Like, that doesn't... What? Like, it doesn't even really make sense at all. Because, yeah, it's just kind of... You're just kind of sitting there like, oh yeah, she lets... especially considering she lets MC and Natsuki read manga in the club. So it's like, oh, should let them read it in the club? But no, you can't discuss it, though. It's not allowed. Yeah, I don't know. I never liked the idea of, like, Monika actually doesn't think manga's literature. But again, I don't know. In the side story, she does say that she doesn't fully consider it. But again, the side story is more of an origin story to the club, so it kind of makes sense. And she later changes her mind. So, you know. While I think in the base game, it's kind of implied the club's been around for at least a bit. But, you know, like I said, because of side stories, I'm not really too big on this. I just thought it was kind of funny. How is she doing, by the way? Like, in general? She's doing okay, I think. She had a moment where we had to step outside for some fresh air, but nothing too serious. This is Monica we're talking about. You can take care of herself. Yeah. Here, Sayori. Give this a try before it gets cold. I pick up a piece of chicken and place it on her plate. Thanks. Sayori eats. Catch Natsuki looking pretty gloomy after staring down at her lunch. You want to try some too, Natsuki? It's seriously so good. Eh? Nah, I'm alright. A glance at her plate reveals she's got nothing more than a rice and a packet of ketchup. Which confuses me, considering Natsuki's pretty much known for being really good at cooking. Guess she just didn't have enough time to prepare her food. Here you go, Nats. You can have my taco. Terry picks up two octopus-shaped sausages and places them on Natsuki's rice. Now, we've all shared parts of our lunches. I understand not having enough time to pack lunch sometimes, too, so don't worry about it. Thanks, Sayori. Natsuki swiftly begins to eat, nearly eating both sausages in a few seconds. See, I knew you were hungry. Shut up, Sayori. Also, once again, Sayori being slightly more, I guess, emotionally intelligent than MC is, or MC's like, it's Monica we're talking about. She can handle herself. And Sayori's just like, yeah, right. And then I do like how he immediately goes to, like, kind of talking about Sayori again, which I think is very good at showing where his priorities are. Oh, that's very smart, very smart. Also, we have a lot of freaking bits that were given during this side. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, DJ. Natsuki's here. Ugh. Okay, that's not nice. Thank you for the 300 bits, Monica underscore Lil Monix 3. And thank you for the sub, Monica Lil Monix 3. I appreciate it. MC's fixated, oh god. He said he's gonna try to cool it down a bit, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if he can take Yuri's advice well. Hopefully he does, but only time will tell. Bleh. Ew, Zero, what kind of noise was that? It's just one of those days where I don't really feel like coming to a club meeting. Aw, you can call it a day if you'd like. What's wrong with the club? It's one of those days I don't feel like coming to a club meeting. As if you do so much work here. Like, dude, like, what? Every time you show up, you just read. Oh, man. I don't want to read. So much work. Like, what? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch. This is my day. Natsuki barges into the club room, looking pretty upset at Sayori's idea. Whoops. Sorry, Zero. Guess you're out of luck. Not all it takes to change your mind. Sayori suddenly reaches close to me and whispers into my ear. Truth is that Natsuki's kind of scary. I'm kind of what? Nothing. Say, didn't you want to share something with us today? Yeah, but I'm just waiting for the woman of the hour to show up before I get started. Plus, I have to make sure Monica lives up to her promise. Good afternoon. And what promise might you be referring to? Hopefully you'll find out in a few minutes. Wait a minute. Was Yuri talked about with the manga thing? Oh no, they're gonna argue, aren't they? Oh no. Oh no. Just when everybody was feeling good and friendly, they're gonna argue about manga, aren't they? Hey everyone! Hope everyone had a terrific day today. Oh no, she didn't get sleep again. Natsuki loudly clears her throat to non-verbally state the obvious. Yuri's looking at her. Yuri's like, what the fuck? Her eyes are like almost uncharacteristically like snark, like angry. Like she's like, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you? I know. I'll get to that. I just want to find the right time to say it. It's a bit hard. If it's about what I think it is, I don't mind waiting until the end. Monica stays silent, as if she's struggling to come up with something more to say in response. Anyway, I brought something to share at the club today. And no, it's not Cupcake Zero. Huh. Doesn't have my facial expression as well as I thought I did. Natsuki cheerfully walks over to her bag and pulls out multiple different manga, some of which I recognize and the others not so much. Monica and I decided that I should be allowed to share my favorite forms of literature in the club as well. Not fair that everyone else gets to share something and I've barely had the chance. What's this one? I've never seen this one before. Oh, that one? That's Shoko Struggles to Communicate. It's one of my recent favorites. Natsuki grabs the manga off of the desk ever so gently, as if to avoid getting any folds or creases on the covers. Proudly presents the manga for all four of us to see. The cover page shows a somewhat slender girl in a blue uniform drawing on a chalkboard. So, what's this one about? Just a girl who can't speak or something? Huh? It's super cute. Is it one of those slice of life manga that doesn't have any real or concrete plot? I'm not judging or anything, it's just that I don't really understand the appeal with these. Well, it certainly sounds like you're already judging it right from the start. Answer your question, Zero? Yes, that's basically it. And to answer yours, Yuri, there's actually a lot of depth to this that even shocked me when I first started reading it. The manga does a tremendous job at showing how tough social anxiety can be and how it can be often misinterpreted as them acting like they're above all their peers. Shoko Komi, the main character, is the one who really struggles to communicate with others. It's not that she doesn't want to, or is depressed about it at all. After getting help from a new friend, she becomes determined to make 100 friends. So determined, in fact, that you can't help but root for her as she tries her hardest to break past that barrier she struggled with her whole life. Yeah, it's a slice of life manga for sure. It's full of cute moments of situational comedy that might not be for everyone. But its message, the whole idea that you aren't defined by your weaknesses or ailments, is a message I'm sure everyone can really grab a hold of. Which is why... Natsuki gently but swiftly places the manga on Yuri's chest, causing her to jump a bit. I want you to read it! You know how I feel about manga in general. I'm afraid I won't really be able to appreciate it as much as you probably like me to. Don't think about it too hard. Give it a shot and then you can let us know what you think next time. That's the whole idea of this club, isn't it? Natsuki's right, Yuri. Part of the talk her and I had the other day was all about having an open mind and willing to try out new things. Well, you see, manga isn't exactly unfamiliar to me. I've had some history with the medium in the past. Well, great! This should be even easier for you then. Yuri only sighs in response. She carefully takes the manga and hugs it close to her chest. We all start engaging more in Natsuki's manga showcase, talking about various manga that I'm familiar with, and then some that Sayori was surprisingly familiar with as well. I was more familiar with the action-focused ones, just Attack the Titans and Yellow-Haired Ninja Adventures. I love Yellow-Haired Ninja Adventure. Alright, well now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. I'm like, what's the consistency here? Are we going to name drop them, or are we not going to name drop them? Because we straight up said Evangelion the other day. I was like, Evangelion straight up got, like, name dropped. Meanwhile, Naruto's getting Yellow-Haired Ninja Adventures. And Attack the Titans. Yes, sir. I was like, and then even with Komi, you know, that one's just got Shoko can't communicate. I don't know anymore. Yeah, it's like I just want some consistency at the very least. Like either full name dropping or just like, you know, some, you know, little changes of the titles, you know, either one or the other. Evangelion paid to get their name dropped Zero clearly. How could I forget? This was actually a partnership the whole time. I didn't read the credits. We're gonna see it. Sponsored by Neon Genesis Evangelion. Recognize manga such as Girl's Final Tour and Ordinary Life in the West. So yeah, while I don't like to take too many manga at once, it's nice to have other things to turn to if I'm feeling a certain way, you know? I'll admit it, your commentary on Attack the Titan sounds like something I'd actually enjoy reading. When I get through this one first, of course. Yeah, that was super fun. I'm not super big on manga myself, but I have read a few here and there. It's just super cool to finally hear your passionate side. I agree. I mean, I've never been one to shy away from a good manga, but I always used to think that it didn't really belong in this club. And that's what I'm trying to fix. And by the sound of things, I seem to have done a good job. Yeah, you did great. It's awesome to see you take this initiative to make the club even better. I had a good time as well. I look forward to whatever you decide to do this again. Maybe we can all pick and choose our own manga to bring and discuss. It's not really a secret that I used to be into romance manga anyway, so I guess they won't be so bad to see.
Nothing to be shy over. For what it's worth, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't into stuff that most people would find interesting.
Hey, you can't talk about that kind of material in the club! But hey, it's not like that, dummy!
Anyway, yeah, bringing and choosing manga. Sounds cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I really did have a lot of fun doing that. I don't really get any opportunity to share with my other friends about manga or anything like that. Eh? Why is that? It's no big deal. I love those things we just can't really talk about with certain people, you know? Oh yeah, I understand that completely. Sort of like how I can't really talk to Zero about girl stuff. Sure, dude. You could put it like that. By the way, Yuri, please take care of that manga I lent you, alright? Because I swear, if I see just one crease, you have nothing to worry about. It's in good hands. I'll tell you about my early impressions as soon as I get the chance. Great. Then I guess we're done with today's meeting, yeah? No, there's still half an hour left until it's over. Oh, well, Zero was saying how he didn't really feel up for a full club meeting today, so how about we cut it short? Why? Need to be getting somewhere? Natsuki doesn't respond as she pulls out her phone and gives it a quick concerned glance. Yeah, I can't stick around for very long today. You guys help me pack up my manga? I'd really appreciate it. Don't worry, friend. I can put them in the closet for you where they'll be safe and sound.
Why did she say friend? Why is Sayori talking like a Skyrim NPC? Oh, I don't know. This is really weird. Don't worry, friend. I'm gonna have to stop you right there, friend.
Right. That's a good idea. Thanks, man. Be careful with them, alright? Same thing I told Yuri goes for you as well.
Why is Natsuki talking like she doesn't know Sayori? What's going on? Because she said that earlier. She was like, sure, dude, you can put it like that. I'm like, what? Why is Natsuki talking like she doesn't know Sayori? Did something happen? She's like, man, dude. Like, what's this? Is Natsuki, did Monica like find a way to mess with the files? What's going on? I'm scared.
Just be careful with them, alright? Same thing I told Yuri goes for you as well. Yes, ma'am.
Let's leave the club room in a hurry, leaving all of our manga for Sayori and probably the rest of us to take care of. Man, Natsuki, they're your friends. Sanso, like, what the hell? Natsuki leaves the club room in a hurry, leaving all of her manga for Sayori and probably the rest of us to take care of.
Something on your mind, Yuri?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. Okay, what's with the awkward silence?
Hey, don't like you weren't the one with the idea to end the meeting early.
What? Where's that caring attitude you had from before? You're just acting now.
Am not. I'm being 100% serious.
Ah, so the thing you said about ending the meeting early for my sake was a lie?
No, I just didn't want to look bad in front of Monica today.
Barry says this with such speed, it's nearly impossible to understand her.
Well, if this is something you two already discussed beforehand, I don't mind to keep you here if you want to leave a little early. Besides, it's just an after-school club. You're free to come and go as you please.
You can glance at Yuri, still seems to be within her own mind at the moment. Please let Monica apologize. I'm scared. She's gonna apologize, right? Right? Because I couldn't help but think of her hearing what Monica said. Come and go as you please. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm genuinely beat. Oh, and I didn't mean anything by wanting to leave early today, Monica. Just thought you should know.
Oh, no, of course not. But thank you for telling me anyway. That's nice of you.
Anytime. You ready to get going, Sayori?
Fine. Let's go. Let me put away Natsuki's manga first, then we can head out.
Ooh, piece of case. Piece of case. Piece of cake. Oh, the piece of case. Why did I say that? Let me drink water. Hold on. We all know when I don't drink water, I start not being able to speak, apparently. Whew, piece of cake. Let's get going then.
Yep. You sure Natsuki won't mind that we put some of the manga out of order?
Oh, she will definitely mind. I was about to say,
Then let's fix them!
Put my arms up in the air, let out a loud and hearty yawn. Yeah. Nah, I'm good. That gives me a stern but pleading look. Alright, we'll show up early and fix them before she gets here. That alright at least?
Works for me!
Sayori reaches out to interlock her arm with mine. Happily take it, and we walk out of the club room, leaving Monica and Yuri to their own business. Wasn't intentional, but getting those two alone was probably the best outcome for them to really work things out. Just hope it all turns out okay.
I hope those two sort out everything they need to. If there's anyone that would listen to Monica's problems, it's Yuri.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Yuri likes to listen to people talk. She's not one to interrupt you or anything.
Ah, I guess that makes sense. Sure, things will work out between them.
I hope so.
So, wanna head to the cafe? It's been a while since you and I've been there, hasn't it?
You mean the...
Yep, the one a few blocks down. You know the one.
That sounds like an amazing idea! Let's go!
Point of view switch time? I'm assuming it's point of view switch time. It's a black screen.
Okay. Slowly reopen my eyes. No glitches, no static, no flashes. Just me and her. Phew. So, that manga Natsuki gave you. You told me about that one. You seemed pretty excited about it. She even talked about you when she brought it up. Yuri doesn't respond at all. As she fidgets a little before gathering up her stuff and preparing herself to leave. Yuri? Yes, what is it? Well, I think it's about time I apologized for what I said to you last week. I see. That's alright. I forgive you. You do? I've never been one to hold a grudge. That's commendable. Scratch my head nervously. Being honest, I expect you to be angrier with me. Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't angry at some point. But I immediately begin to wonder why you said all those things. How did you even know that I did these things to myself? I began thinking, how much do I really know about you? You really don't know anything. I guess I've only showed you what I've wanted to show you. That wasn't you that week. I know it wasn't. How would you know that? You've always been that person that's inspired me to do great things, to reach my full potential and work towards it. I refuse to believe that the Monica I know would have genuinely meant what she said that day. If that makes any sense. Don't worry. It makes perfect sense. I don't really have a proper explanation as to why I did what I did. It's become pretty clear that something is going on, and I'd like to know what it is. We all would. I look down at my hands. I don't know where to begin. It's, Monica, are you okay? Her voice is muffled. My hands begin to shiver violently. It's very hard to... I suddenly lose feeling in my legs and fall over. Feel two arms grab and hold me up. Am I about to fall? I don't even know what just happened there. I slowly open my eyes and realize I'm now sitting down in the chair at the front of the club room. Are you okay? Do you mean to call the emergency services? No. That isn't necessary. Neither of us speak for a short while. It seems like ages. Probably worried about me. But why? I don't understand why. Something is happening to me. Something that I don't really think I'm ready to talk about with anyone. What I did last week, That was wrong. And I realize that now. I don't really know what else to say. You've got a lot going on in your life, don't you? And maybe you just thought what you did was right, even if you weren't entirely clear on that. Sayori told us you tend to be really hard on yourself when things don't go your way. I can't really say I know how that feels. Is it really possible that I've just been wrong about everything? Very awkwardly, her voice making eye contact with me, then kneels down so that we're at eye level with each other. Are you sure you don't need me to call for help? I think you nearly fainted there. That's not necessary. But, would it be too much if I asked for you to... No, actually, maybe that's not such a good idea. It's okay. Were you going to ask me to walk home with you? Oh, yeah, I was. I slowly get up from my chair. The experience with these fainting spells in the past. I'm able to stand on my own feet with relative ease after a short time. Despite this, Yuri still grabs onto my arm and helps me stand upright. Strangely, just like Renatsuki helped me up, I feel comforted by her touch. It's something I've desired for so long. How come I'm only now starting to feel it? Can you walk okay? Yeah, I'll manage. Yuri, gracefully as ever, places her bag around her shoulder and allows me to walk out of the clubroom first. Thank you, Yuri.
Aw, that's sweet. Oh, God damn it, get out of here! Get out of here, MC! Shoo! I look back towards the table Sayori's seated at, making sure she can't hear me placing the order. A special order for Sayori and I. Back when we were kids, we always ordered the cinnamon buns. They were her favorite. I'm positive not much has changed in that regard. All of chat is like, go away, MC. Ew. No, I was joking, guys. I'd actually not like him. I return to my seat and wait for our order to arrive. Ah, that rush of nostalgia nearly knocked me off my feet when we walked in here.
No kidding. I nearly did trip and fall.
That's right, you did. Sure does hit the spot after a long day, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She takes a big whiff of the cafe, which I'm sure awakens some buried memory within her.
I know that smell anywhere.
Before Sayori could say anything more, the waiter brings over a tray of 2 large cinnamon buns. The instant rush of nostalgia completely melts us both away.
You ordered us cinnamon buns? You still remember?
Of course I do. How could I forget? You went bananas over these.
I really did, didn't I?
Heck yeah. So much so your mom started to call you Bun because you always asked for them.
Jeez. Remember so much, huh?
More than you expect me to?
Sarah
reaches for a napkin to pick up her snack and prepares to take a bite. Hold on. We'll bite into them together.
Oh, alright.
Follow suit, prepare to take a bite out of the cinnamon bun. Ready? Nods excitedly. Dig in! In perfect unison, the both of us take our first bites of our snacks, instantly blown away by its flavor and blissful nostalgia.
So good.
Amazing. Both of us start laughing amongst ourselves as we enjoy a quick trip back to our childhoods. And times were simpler. There was no depression to worry about. We were just kids. Best of friends. Us against the world. And in thinking about the depression, I only think about how much I'd like for her to just feel better. Oh, hey, did you remember to take your pills this morning? Billy nods, she continues chewing. I give her a friendly smile as I think back to our childhood. Strange feeling, honestly. I mean, I had it as good as I could have. Best friend, someone I could have relied on. I just let that go. Man, I'm dumb. Continue reflecting on my past. I notice Sayori's expression shift quite subtly, but enough to still be noticeable. What's up, Sayori? Don't you like it?
What do you mean? It's great.
Alright, I just couldn't help but notice her expression there.
Seemed like you were kind of down about something.
Oh. It's not really anything important.
Look back down at our half-eaten cinnamon buns and ponder for a moment. You know what I think could help?
Help with what?
You know, your depression.
Oh.
Wait, sorry, I probably shouldn't have bothered bringing it up, huh?
No, it's alright. I know you mean well. Guess I wasn't expecting to hear you say it so casually.
Sorry. Scratch my head. Well, I was going to say that maybe the kinds of food you've been eating have an effect on your health. You know, like, I guess the cinnamon bun here. My mom used to always tell me that eating a bunch of bad foods can rot your brain. Dory looks down at her cinnamon bun and has a worried expression on her face.
I mean, did you really have to tell me that now?
Oh, no, I guess not. Sorry. It was just an idea. I didn't really mean to make you feel bad or anything.
It's alright.
Wasn't alright. A few minutes of silence go by as we both look down at our phones. As I'm finishing up my snack, I notice she's stopping eating hers. Hey, you aren't going to finish. Interrupted by a loud vibration on my phone. Thinking it was a text message, I immediately open up the notification. Doctor realized that it's not a text message, but an email from my school about my grades. I guess they're really starting to catch up with me. Ah, shit.
What's up? You only ever swear when it's something serious, so you can't hide this from me.
Yeah, I know. I really want to tell you. My grades aren't as good as I've made them seem these last few weeks.
What?
Her genuinely shocked voice only makes me feel worse. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We've been working together on assignments this whole time. Surely these teachers are just out to get you now. I know. Monica knows some people who can help. I can just talk to her and...
No, that's not going to work. Because this is all me. I've been letting my grades fall because I've been so... Stop myself.
So what?
Nothing. Not important. What matters is I'm going to change these grades. I'll worry about these myself. In other words, they aren't anything for you to worry about.
Alright.
Back down on my phone and open up the website to check my grades individually. None of these courses are actually as intensive as I'm probably making them seem. Just that the truth of me basically ignoring my work in order to focus on Sayori is something I really don't want to admit. To her, or myself. As I look at how low some of these grades are, I can't help but realize how much of a toll this has taken on me. I'll sigh and place my phone in my pocket. I finish up my cinnamon bun and clean up after myself. Sayori, do you want to take your bun home?
Oh, no, that's okay. I don't really want it anymore.
Ah. I grab a napkin and wrap it around the unfinished pastry. At a glance, it becomes obvious that she only ate one bite out of it. Walk over to the trash and toss it away. So, ready to head out? Shirley nods as she grabs her bag and throws it around her shoulder. As per usual, I offer my arm to her. She stares at me for a short moment before accepting my offer and interlocking our arms together. As we exit the cafe, a beautiful sunset has already painted the sky a mix of orange and pink, and the weather is perfectly breezy and fresh. I hear Sayori take a deep breath and sigh as we make our way back home. Finally, the DDLC mod acknowledges our neatness and has the bad grades side plot. Bad grades were also in Blue Skies. Also, I don't think every DDLC mod has to give MC bad grades. That's not a requirement. I don't think the base game ever implied that MC has terrible grades. So you can definitely have an MC who actually does his work. Okay. If anything, a bad grade subplot I don't think is always necessary. I don't want to always hear about a bad grade subplot. I don't care sometimes, alright? They could just say, I'm not doing too good. It's okay, but I started doing better after studying, so it's yeah. It's they don't gotta give them bad grades. I don't think that's necessary. Exit music would be S tier if MC dropped out of school. I was yeah. Hey, that's what exit music was missing. Talks about his grades. You know what? I think that's what Fruits was really missing the whole time.
That was my problem. They didn't talk about his grades. What do you mean, Zero? Some people don't play DDLC boss because they don't feel represented with the MC. He needs to be a NEET. That's it. So he needs to be a NEET too. I mean, him being a NEET has nothing to do with his grades, though. I feel like most mods address him being a NEET, though. That's like a pretty common addressment. I mean, a pretty common thing that's addressed. I just wanted to make you laugh. I mean, you did. So I figured you were just kind of making jokes. So I was like, they all need to talk about his grades. We need to know his education status. It's important. I do think, obviously, though, not to make fun of, this isn't like me making fun of this mod or anything, by the way, either. Obviously, with this mod, they're using it because this is to show the impact that Sayori's depression is having on him as well, obviously. But it's, I'm just saying, they don't always have to. I was just saying it'd be funny if it was just like in Fruits, if there was a subplot about his grades. Like, oh no, I'm failing geology. That's not good. After a decently long walk, we arrived back in our neighborhood. Jeez, I kind of forgot how much of a workout that was.
I know, right? I'm all sweaty now.
Yeah, go take a shower now, Stinky.
Hey, you're all sweaty too. Probably smell way worse than me.
Sounds like you want to prove that to yourself.
Huh? Ew, no I don't.
Haha, I win again.
I guess if that's a win to you, then sure.
He chuckles. I gently pat Sayori's head. So what are the plans for today? Want to hang out some more?
Sure. Oh, wait. You can't get distracted anymore. You have a lot of work to do.
Right. What if I agree to strictly keep it about homework and nothing else?
You promise?
MC, when was the last time he spent time at his house by himself? Like, why does he just keep... They just spent an entire day at the cafe, and he's like, you want to hang out some more later? Dude, he's not listening to Yuri's advice. Like, stop it. I'm like, my God.
You promise?
Cross my heart and hope to die. Okay, well, maybe not the die part, but yes.
Okay. My mom will be home early today, and well, so maybe she can help.
Great, let's get to it then. Oh, point of view switch. Or not, never mind, day switch.